exciting times are happening here in Brockville as a film crew has come to the area to make a Netflix film. And it was started by Jeff Earl, our council person for the City of Brockville. And there's a little bit more that goes to bringing in a film crew. Let's ask Jeff about this and find out. So welcome to the program, Jeff.
Nice.
And so, yes, they're down at Courthouse Square. They are supposed to be in some other locations as well.
Yeah.
How'd this all begin? I mean, they just don't phone you up and say, Jeff, I want to come to Brockville. I mean, this had to be like months in the making.
It's many months in the making.
Yeah.
And by the way, I almost forgot that when you said momentous occasion, I thought we were talking about your 39th birthday. But
38. Let's not go there. 38.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes.
There's several filming locations around Canada. Ottawa is one, Montreal is one, Toronto's one,
Yes.
Vancouver's one, and then they show up in other places, Calgary occasionally. And we've had the movies in Brockville before.
We have.
One of the reasons that we haven't had more movies is that the major location where all the cameras and the actors and that is Ottawa.
Yes.
And they have a union, and so that every time they go more than, I think it's 50 or 60 kilometers out of Ottawa, they have to pay mileage and buy hotels and things. So they have filmed a little closer to Ottawa, but some of those scenes are they've seen once, seen twice, seen three times. Like Almont is a pretty city, and they've had a lot of movies.
Yes.
But they haven't had to pay the actors any extra money for hotels and stuff. So now they need some new scenes, and Brockville is exactly the picturesque scene that they're looking for. So it wasn't a very hard sell.
No, I don't imagine it was. But it's not something, as I say, they wouldn't have picked up the phone and said, we'll be there on Monday morning.
Oh, no.
It's not like that. It takes time.
They actually have people called site locators, and they tour around various cities and places and look at scenes. And sometimes they're just looking for the future. Sometimes they're looking for a specific movie that they have something in their head they want to be there.
Yes.
In this case, they had something in their head that wanted to be there, and our courthouse green was one of the things that was a preeminent factor.
Right.
And some of our architecture here, just fit in perfectly with what they were looking for.
Now, this is a modern day type of movie. We're not setting back in the 1800s or anything like that, right?
No, everybody's wearing long pants, and there's no white wigs. It's pretty modern, yeah.
So this film company, where are they from?
The film company are mostly out of Ottawa.
Okay, out of Ottawa. And do you envision that we might see more of them around here in the future?
Well, we'd certainly like it. I guess firstly, they're kind of fun. I think everybody gets a little excited, and people have been trying to put snow tires back on their car in Courthouse Avenue and get up the snow-covered hill that's today. But they're also a fair amount of economic impact.
Yes, there is.
They're using, once they start filming today or tomorrow, they'll have close to 100 hotel rooms a night booked.
Ooh.
So the economic impact of that is probably north of $200,000 just for the hotel rooms.
Isn't that amazing?
And obviously these people are going to eat when they're here.
Yes.
And they're not filming every day, so they're going to shop. They're going to go out in the evenings. So there's a fair amount of income that comes to the city, and then there's a bunch of extras they're going to be hiring that. People will not only get a little bit of extra cash, but they'll have a little fun.
Oh, why not, eh? Why not?
Fun's a commodity that is hard to price.
You got it. You've got it for sure. Do you know the storyline of what this film is all about?
I know a bit of it, and they kind of keep that under wraps because they want to sell it. Well, they have to sell the movie,
right.
and Jeff Earl's not their salesman.
No. So it is. It's not a comedy. It is a romance.
It's a bit of a romantic comedy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All righty. Mm-hmm. And set in a winter scene, of course, because we know that they're going to have snow.
Like I say, I talked to the guys at Mark Union. They're busy changing snow tires as we speak.
So, did they offer you a role by any chance?
If I wanted a role, but
You declined?
I get enough time in front of the camera.
You don't want any more.
Yeah, and then I don't know whether I'm a dashing star. So,
Talking of stars, do we know who the stars are of this particular film here in Brockville?
There's rumors again, but they keep that silent because they don't want the paparazzi camping outside the hotel.
Oh, I see. So they're not going to let that out. We'll have to wait.
I've heard of one male star that there are several girls hoping that he's going to be here. I don't know whether he is or not, but we got to keep the poor guy safe.
Okay. Is he Canadian?
Yes. Mostly Canadian actors. Almost all Canadian actors.
Canadian. Oh, okay. Well, we've got a lot to choose from.
There are some names, I think, names and faces people will recognize, and hopefully they'll be sitting beside them in Richard's Coffee House or something. I know that guy.
Either that or he's got a twin, right?
Yeah.
So going forward, they are here for how long?
They're here till about May 12th, 13th. And again, I say about weather has, they have a lot outside shots, and, it's going to be hard to film
some of the scenes that they want.
A snow scene in a blinding rainstorm.
Exactly. So Courthouse Square is just one area.
Yeah.
Will they be in the Key Storm at all? Will they use any of this?
The Key Storm is going to have a lot of scenes shot in it.
Oh, is it? Good.
Dan Thompson, I think, is excited about it. They've hired not only his building, but they've hired his staff. So maybe where people used to go to Boston looking for Cheers, maybe they'll be coming to Brockville looking for the Key Storm.
You're right. You're absolutely right. Why not? Why not? It's a nice building.
It's a beautiful
nice.
building.
Yeah, it is. And, just to sit outside on the patio, too, during the summer, it's beautiful.
Yeah, no, the architecture works, and, and it's, inside it's... I think there's going to be actually several scenes that they'll be able to film inside there. It's such a big thing, so I think there'll actually be a police station inside there for a short time.
Yes,
as well as the cafe, or not the cafe. I guess it's the diner.
Okay,
more accurate. And so it'll do well. Across the road, there's going to be another store built in the old Travis Price building.
Yes.
Be a store in there built that, I think John Simpson's law office is going to have some scenes at least on the outside.
Yeah, that's a nice building. I like that building.
Yeah, and if you look, you're going to be looking up the courthouse. It's all decorated. It's going to be Christmas for another 3 weeks. So, look forward to go buy your presents and everybody be cooking another turkey for May 15th.
For sure. So when they do some of these scenes, that's why it's going to take so long, and then that's why it's going to go into May, is because, if something doesn't quite work, they have to adjust.
Yeah, well, they have the weather is one, but not every scene gets it right on the first take. So
you're right. You're absolutely right.
To get a schedule is... and they're not filmed in order.
No.
I worked on a movie a number of years ago where it was a summer and a fall, and so we had gardens. We had a summer garden that was built in ammunition boxes with 2 rope handles on.
Yeah.
And they would come in for the summer scenes. They'd go back out, and we'd have a bunch of dead plants there for the fall. Bring those in. This is a fall scene. So there's a in this case, there's you see sort of the blankets of snow, but there's actually a really interesting product that looks like snowflakes that'll be sprayed around, and it'll look good. Previously in the past, we did some work on another movie that my company did some work on, and the first sets of the movie killed a bunch of the grass in the place they were filming.
Oh.
So we had a special spray that comes in and sprays the grass, and
Yes.
it turns it green again. So
Yeah.
So
It's amazing what they can do.
yeah, so the film isn't always filmed in chronological order.
No, no, it's whatever, whatever they see it as. So you don't want to be in the movie. I hope you'll be in the credits, though.
Oh, I'm not too worried about that. I'm just happy to, to be able to help move
Showcase
it into Brockville.
Brockville, aren't we?
Well,
Yeah.
it showcases Brockville. It helps, the
Local
end of
economy.
April, 1st of May is not the busiest time of year economically. The hotels, I think there's 100 rooms a night being booked here. I think the hotels are grateful for that. That's not their tourist time. There's no festivals, so it it has a lot of good things. We have an extra 100 plus people in town. They're not going home for supper, so they're going to be eating out here, and so
You're
there's it's going to be good for a lot of people.
It is.
And
Thank
it'll
you.
be fun.
And it'll be fun. You've got to have fun. Thank you for coming into the studio today and sitting down with me. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure.